Good morning, everybody. For those that don't know who I am, my name is James. I'm the Managing Director and co-founder of Let's Run Social. And today we're going to be discussing how you can transform your social media comments into sales. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm talking about Rupert and not Let's Run Social. And the reason we've done that is for a few reasons. For a lot of these clients, actually, that we work with day to day, which is comments are a pain. And I want everyone to put their hand up now. Who gets comments on their social media for work? Okay, leave your hand up if you enjoy responding to them. There you go, that's why we created Rupert, for that exact reason. Rupert was born out of frustration. We run paid social media across the globe, and we get tons and tons of comments. Yet none of our clients respond, and it doesn't help us. It doesn't help any of our any marketers out there. So we created Rupert for that exact reason, because there's nothing on the market at the moment that really just looks at comments and helps you as marketeers respond to them in a clear and concise way. But before I go on, there's the number one rule of social media is around engagement. And what I find baffling is that we as marketing use social media for engagement, right? Most of us would say we're going to use social media to engage our clients, our prospects, our customers. Yet when they comment on our posts, we leave them unresponded. So we're not doing what we wanted originally to do from social media. And it doesn't matter what platform you're on, you've got to keep the user engaged. We all know if you keep users engaged on the platform that you're marketing in, whether it's paid or organic, those particular platforms will favour you opposed to other platforms. So, for example, your CPMs will decrease if it's paid, or if it's an organic strategy, again, your reach will increase. And we know that, but yet, again, we don't respond to comments, we leave them unresponded. And it doesn't matter what platform you're on, we see this across the entire board. When I was doing this presentation, I was trying to make a joke between X and Twitter, but I realised that I've not got it in the locker, so I left it completely blank on that one. So, why do most marketing teams hate comments? And again, these are the reasons why my clients and our clients tell us. Time. James, we don't have the time to respond. Does that sound familiar to most of us? Yeah. We don't want to deal with the negative comments. We've got no interest in responding to some keyboard warrior online. We can't monitor them 24/7. So actually, we're just going to leave them unresponded across the board because we don't want to respond to some, but not others. Consistency. Actually, because there's not one sole person in the business or in the marketing team that deals with the comments, actually we don't want to touch them because we haven't got any help, and we want to keep that consistency across the board. Resource, we just don't have the manpower in our team, and sales won't pick it up, or customer service won't pick it up, so again, we're just going to leave them unresponded. And actually where to find them. If you're running paid ads, actually finding comments are quite tricky, and a lot of my clients don't want junior members of staff in the ad account, so they just say, look, just leave them, we'll just leave it, it's fine. And the reality is all of us can probably think of reasons why we as businesses and marketers don't respond to comments. But for me it's amazing, because although it's a comment and it's a digital interaction, there's a human element behind that, and we sort of seem to forget that. Now most of us on our way here today would have potentially gone to a coffee shop. Now, if we'd have gone into that coffee shop and we'd have asked that barista or someone behind the bar a question and they didn't respond to you, the vast majority of us would have left with bad experience. Would have gone, it's not very nice. Yet again, on social media, we leave them totally unresponded. If it's a Trustpilot review, us as marketing teams probably get it in the extra way. Have you responded to that Trustpilot review? We're on it straight away. Yet with comments, we just leave them totally unresponded. Same with inbound leads. If we create an inbound lead as a marketing department, we're chasing sales. Have you chased that lead yet? Because again, we want it on our figures. We want to make sure that what marketing we do is being accounted for. But what we seem to forget is that these are just humans behind the comment. There's friends, families, colleagues, even ourselves have commented, but we seem to forget that that is just someone that's just craving some engagement. And a lot of the comments that we get, especially our clients, they are authentic. We seem to have this negative connotation around comments, which is, oh, it's always someone that's just, in their mum's basement. It's not. Probably a lot of us here today have commented on maybe a YouTube channel or a post on Facebook. And how many of you have actually had a response from the business? Probably very few of us. But consumer expectations are changing. And we know that we as humans now, people that are using social media, actually we crave a bit of engagement from brands. And we've got some examples later on within this presentation of some brands that do it really, really well. Now, for me, the comment section is a bit of a window into the audience's minds. And the one question and the one thing that we get from clients a lot is, what content do we create? What content do we create? And a lot of us really struggle to find and actually put a plan together in terms of what content we can create, because it's quite difficult. Whereas actually, if you look at your comment section, they're telling us what they're interested in. So again, we can reverse engineer that and just create more content that they're interested in. The same with their concerns. People are telling us on their socials what they find concerning around maybe your products, your services. And again, we can reverse engineer that and create more content. And the same with the engagement. People are engaging with certain posts or content you're putting out there. Let's create more of that. Again, use your comment section as that window into the audience's mind. And again, for me, it's an area where we're leaving untapped. We're leaving stuff on the table. And the good example of this is Huel. I genuinely, when I was doing this presentation, I was hoping that I could catch Huel out, because they're the poster brand at the moment. They never miss a comment across any of their socials. I was literally flabbergasted. And if you look at this, some of these comments, Freddie down here, who's trying to compare Lucozade to a Huel, they're different products altogether. Huel could have just left that, could have just left it or hidden it, but they haven't. They've responded in a really nice way, and they've given that guy what he wants, engagement. The same with this one here around the Huel and the banana one. Again, they didn't have to respond to that, but they have. All of these comments show the human side of Huel, and it's lovely. It's really, really nice. But on the other end of the spectrum, we have these guys here. Now, who can guess what brand this is? It's a community-led brand, and when I looked across their socials, I was shocked of how few comments they respond to. Is there any guesses? Community-led. This is really nerve-wracking to set up here, so anyone just shout anything. Anyone? Well, it's Gymshark. This is Gymshark, and I was baffled. I couldn't believe how many comments they have unanswered. And again, this is Gymshark. Most of us would say their community, we know that their background, yet they have so many comments unanswered. And I was really, really shocked on this, because that was one of the brands that when I was looking, I was expecting to have most of their comments responded to. But again, very few. Now, we could say it's because, again, some of those 6 reasons I pointed out earlier, and they get a vast amount. But again, a business of that size, you'd like to think they're responding to them. So, a bit off piece here around direct feedback. So, we know that clients now and prospects flock online and give us feedback on our products and services, yeah? Or most of us here, we've had that, whether it's LinkedIn, Meta, whichever platform you're using. And although it's a bit of a double-edged sword, I think it's a real opportunity. And I think it's an opportunity to show how your brands and how your businesses deal with comments. Not only positive, but negative. Someone like the Huel one there, which is saying around, your products are great, they're easy to respond to. But actually, the ones where they're telling you that they've got some concerns, they've used your product, they've had some bad experiences, what an opportunity to show what your brand's about. And again, I've got some examples later on here. But why don't you, rather than hide them, why not respond and tell them why they had an issue, or I'm just surmising here, but don't leave them unanswered. This is a shop window. Your profile is now the most public places where your brands are. Yet again, we leave a lot of these comments unanswered. And I've got a really good example of this. So last year, a lot of us probably would have hit by vintage clothes, sort of bundle companies. Did anyone see those on like TikTok? Yep. I've got a client called Grandstand Merchandise. They sell, they're the F1 license for the UK, so Mercedes, Ferrari, all those guys. Now the issue they have is the second the F1 season finishes, the price of those products tank. And they've got a real issue then with old stock. So I saw this vintage clothes company and thought, actually, I love the ads, I thought they're really good. I'm going to go buy one of these packs and see how the UX, how the user journey works, and see if actually I can get Grandstand Merchandise to do the same, because it'll really help them. So bear in mind, this is company money. This isn't even my money. As I'm about to purchase, I then noticed they had hundreds and hundreds of comments on this ad. I'll have a quick look. I couldn't believe what I saw. Where's my order? This is my order number. It's been months. I can't get hold of anyone on XYZ. I could not believe it. Now, bear in mind, this is company money. I didn't go ahead to purchase that. I did not go ahead and purchase because of those comments. Now, they could have quite easily just responded going, look, we've just become really successful overnight. Our TikTok ads have blown up. Your order will be delivered on XYZ. But they didn't. They just left them totally unanswered. And again, for me, they've lost an acquisition there, which, as I stressed, not even my money, it's company money, and I didn't even go ahead and purchase. And that for me is again, for a lot of you here, you've probably had complaints on your social media, and you've maybe hidden them, but what an opportunity. You're smiling, which is a yes. So I've got some stats. So before we went ahead and spent a load of money developing Urquhart, although we've got all our clients telling us that comments are a problem, time, resource, all those things we discussed, I wanted to make sure that we weren't going to spend our money on a bad bet. So we did a bit of research, and we wanted to really make sure that what our clients were telling us is what everyone, the marketeers across, not only the UK, across Australia and the US as well, where some of our clients reside, are they having the same issues? And we got some stats. So 1 in 3 people would rather get help from a company on social media by calling or emailing them. Again, going back to that sort of that desire and that engagement, it's easier to get someone publicly on their socials than it is by calling or emailing them. But actually, as a business, it's 6 times cheaper to sort that customer's problem out online via social than it is over the phone. So it's a double-edged sword. The consumer wants to speak to us online because it's quicker, it's easier, because they don't want to go onto an email and go into a call centre, which we've, all the chat bots. But similarly to us, as businesses and marketers, it's actually cheaper for us to deal with that complaint over social. And then another stat, if this works, there you go, is 88% of people will not buy from a business if they see and answer complaints on social media. If I take you back to the vintage clothes company, again, they lost me. I was one of those 88%. And that could have quite easily been, I'm going to reply to every comment saying, again, as I stressed earlier, which is your delivery date is X, we're going to deliver all those things we discussed. But again, these percentages are huge. And we've all probably seen it, and we've all probably experienced that at some stage. So going on to a bit about the customer service, obviously following on from the vintage clothes, is that all these comments can be seen. And I still find it baffling that, like that vintage clothes company, they just left them unanswered. They were still running paid TikTok ads, but they've left them, again, totally unanswered. I don't know if it's they missed them or XYZ, but we know that customer service is changing. A lot of us are probably using social media now to, again, find out where your orders and your deliveries are. And again, here's some more stat, which is 60% of people who moan about something on social media want the company to get back to them within an hour. Now, we did some follow-on research on that particular stat. An hour is unreasonable, and they did say 24 hours, but it shows originally that people wanted a response within an hour, which for me is just amazing. Unless you've got a proper setup and people monitoring it, an hour is quite unreasonable. And then 70% of shoppers have used social media at least once, saw that problem with an online order. Again, that vintage clothes company, I could literally see their order numbers, which we'll go on to now. So here's some examples of good customer service. Back to Huel. Again, tried to catch them out because of Stephen Bartlett, seeing if he is, what he says he is. Couldn't catch them out, the bugger. But these ones are incredible. So if you look at Shannon here, she's making a bit of a complaint. I don't want to spend a minimum order of £45 on your products. Could have hidden it, could have left it, but they didn't. They've given real nice engagement there. And as you can see, there's a bit of back and forth. I don't know if Shannon's ordered that day, but she's had a good experience with the brand. If I was a betting guy, I would probably say she's at some point gone, I'm going to go and order from Huel, because she's been retargeted via paid ads, and she's had a good interaction with the business. And then you've got Sisu here, severe bloating. Again, could have hidden that quite easily, but they didn't. They've just responded in a nice way. Get in touch, we'll sort that out offline. Again, really good customer service. Now bad customer service. Now, when I was doing this, I wanted to find the vintage clothes company that I originally wanted to do the order from, and I couldn't find that. But weirdly, I found another digital clothes company who had the same issues. So I don't know if it's the same business or have no idea. If you see the top two, they're asking what their order is. They're actually giving them their order number. Again, these were left totally unresponded to. But Mike, bless him, Mike's fuming. Mike is not happy. He's not gone once, twice, he's gone 4 times. He's really having a go at this brand. He is brand bashing them, yet totally unresponded. No one has responded to Mike. And actually, he had loads under this, which was going, yeah, we've had the same experience. It's just snowballed and snowballed and snowballed. They could quite easily just respond to that first comment and got him sorted, yet they haven't. And again, it's just created just a whirlwind of just negativity on their socials, which again is just madness, absolute madness. There you go. So if we look at customer service, we know that if you're responding to comments, your brand will grow. We know that from Huel. Yeah, take Steam Bile out of the equation. If you look at all the interactions they have on their social media in terms of comments, that's just growing their brand steadily. And that is doing, if we look at Shannon, that's impacted on their sales. Because Shannon, I truly believe, has gone ahead to purchase from Huel because of that interaction. I might be totally wrong, but if I was a betting guide, definitely bet on that. And we know that good communications, whether it's online or offline, helps conversions. And here's some more stats. So 71% of people who get help from get good help from a company on social media would tell their friends shop there too. And 40% people spend 40% more with businesses that chat and respond to them customers on social media. That one for me is huge. If you're an e-commerce brand and your average order value is £100 and you can increase that to 140, that moves the needle a little bit. But if you're doing that over 40, 50, 100 orders a day, 1,000 orders a week, however many it is, that moves the needle a lot. And that is just from interacting and responding to comments. So, correlation between active social media engagement and impact on sales and brand reliability. We know that there's an impact there. We've all probably seen it. In our personal lives, in our work lives, we've seen that actually giving, like we have done with Shannon, good engagement on social media breeds better engagement. Again, look at Huel as an example. That whole account is more positive. It's a more positive place to interact. And strategy. So the strategy piece here, who here has a marketing strategy? Hands up. Yeah, for the year? Okay. Most of you have social involved in that, give or take, yeah? In that strategy, where does it mention comments? None of you do. And again, it's one of these where we know we'll get them because we're running tons of paid, we're doing loads of organic potentially. None of our strategies have comments. None of you, and you've all smiled, well, no, that's absolutely correct. But we should do, shouldn't we? We should have, even if it's just respond. If you take one thing away from today, add in your strategy, we are going to respond to 95% of comments. That's it. Like, it's going to help. But I know it's hard, which we'll go on to. So a bit of a conclusion, then we'll go on to a little bit about Urquhart and what it is, why we've created it, but it's not going to be a sales pitch, I promise. So a bit of a conclusion, why most marketing teams hate comments. Again, I've told you some of the reasons why my clients don't like comments, but again, you can probably all think of reasons why yourselves don't enjoy responding to them. Just remember there is a human behind it. Just remember that there is someone behind that comment. It might be a colleague, a friend, maybe yourselves have commented on a post. Just remember that there is a human behind it. We know that expectations are changing and people expect people to get back to them quickly. And actually people are flocking more online from a customer service and where's more perspective. And that if we do all of this, it will impact your sales and your growth. Yeah, we know that, especially e-commerce. You know, and a lot of us are B2B here. With LinkedIn, we've probably seen, you know, the rise of the personal brand, all that malarkey. We know that it impacts that. So, Urquhart. So what is Urquhart? First of all, Urquhart's my dog's name. When we're thinking about a name for the product, why not call it my dog's name, which is a 12-year-old Bedlington Terrier. But Urquhart, we truly believe, is a bit of a game changer for marketers. Well, we truly believe that, and we are running demos today, so we're excited for people to see it and actually give us real feedback. But it's 24/7. So Rupert will hide and quarantine any negative comments on your social media 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So even if someone's having a bit of a rant over a wine at 2 a.m. in the morning and giving your brand a load of bashing, it will hide it and quarantine it in real time. What we've also done then, because we understand the tonality and the brand consistency is quite tricky, we've actually pulled in AI. So actually you can then respond using Rupert in maybe a funny way, a customer service way, a sales way, so that you can keep consistent across all your responses. And then using its insights, you can look across your brands, how you're being perceived online using comments as your sole data source. Yeah, we're in marketing, we all love data, the word data and sources and APIs and all that stuff, but we're looking at comments as a sole data source in terms of how you're being perceived. So in the Insights tab, you'll be able to see per post, and also across your entire account, how you're being perceived online. Is it toxic? Is it negative? And a lot of the clients that are using this already, they want to get less than 10% negative score. So again, you can see that per week, which is really exciting. But we're not going live until the 2nd of April. So although we're running demos today, you won't actually be able to actually use Rupert for yourselves until the 2nd of April. We are running a 7-day free trial. So when Rupert goes live, you can log on, add your account. It'll pull in the last 30 days of comments across Meta. So at the moment, it's just across Facebook and Instagram. We are looking to roll out across TikTok, LinkedIn and YouTube by the end of the year. And then you'll be able to see the last 30 days. And again, it'll start quarantining after you can start using the system. And we are running demos on our stand with Jason and I today. If you have a demo and you'd like to potentially win 12 months free subscription of Rupert, come and do a demo, put your email in, and we'll announce the winner on Friday. But it's a really short talk, this, actually, as I've just realised. It's really, really short. But that's really my talk. So thank you very much for everyone for listening. If you want a demo, come and speak to myself and the big man Jason, and yeah, have a great day, and hopefully we can show you Rupert. Thank you.